Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the international section, the Continental Collision. We have a visiting team from Germany who have flown in to take on a team made up of African combatants, and this is the first of those 5 bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout, pro rules, 5 by 3-minute rounds in the 66.67 kilogram welterweight division. Introducing to you first, standing 1.74 meters tall, weighing in at 66.3 kilograms and fighting out of the blue corner. With a professional record, 8 wins, 5 losses, 3 draws, 2 of those wins coming by way of a knockout. He fights out of Thaiholics, Hamburg, Germany. Please welcome Crispin Ramis. Introducing his opponent, standing 1.7 meters tall, weighing in at 66.05 kilograms. A perfect professional record, 37 wins and no losses. He fights out of the Domination Gym, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Please welcome Nkazimulo, Zulu boy, Zulu.
rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times. I want you to listen to my instructions at all times. You want to touch gloves? You can touch gloves now. Let's go back to corner.
There we go, the first of our international bouts here at TFP 3. The Continental Collision has begun, awaiting round 1 of 5, 3 minutes per round. It's going to be helter-skelter stuff. Nkazimulo, Zulu boy Zulu, up against Crispin Ramis, who is from Hamburg in Germany.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Zulu, obviously one of my fighters, but I'd already committed to commentating, so couldn't corner him, so I got one of my guys down to help.
Yeah, gloves good.
To corner.
Yeah. Corner.
Heavily experienced. He's got experience in mixed martial arts. As a South African perspective, that's what he's known for.
Okay,
but
judges, you ready?
He's got a deep Muay Thai history as well.
K1 Kyokushin from when he was a little kid.
Judges, you ready?
Fighting massive weight division up, but he's one of those, he doesn't care. He'll fight anywhere, anytime.
And neither does Crispin Ramis. You know, I asked him the question, why do you do this? Is it for money? Is it for titles? He goes, I just do it because I like it.
Obviously, here we got Southpaw Orthodox again. You'll see Zulu moves very well. He's got great footwork, quick in, quick out. We've got to see how Crispin deals with that movement.
Rib tickler, rib checker, whatever you want to call it. It was Nkazimulo Zulu doing the damage there. Zulu being aggressive in his endeavors. Good check there by Zulu.
See Crispin now pushing forward. He's got to maintain the forward pressure with Zulu if he wants to limit that movement. If he doesn't move forward, Zulu's going to move. He's not going to be able to catch him.
So typically in a Muay Thai fight, professional level, 5 rounds of 3 minutes. The first 3 rounds are kind of feelers outers.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah, you normally take the first 2 minutes. First 2 minutes, get a feel for what the guy's going to do. You know, they're from Germany. We don't know them very well. They don't know us very well. So you've got to get a feel for what your opponent's game plan and style is, and capitalize on that as much as you can. Zulu doing very well to counter, taking advantage of Crispin's aggression.
And here's the thing, as mentioned previously, the German fighters come with a K1 heavy background.
100%.
They're not used to the knees, the elbows.
100%.
This is all new territory.
Well,
for them.
you know, they come from Thaiholics. So Thaiholics have got a solid Muay Thai. So Thaiholics Germany, they've got a solid Muay Thai coach. They've got a real depth of experience. These guys, they know what they're doing. They've been fighting. They've been around for a while.
Of course, the coach there, Till Gores, from Hamburg's Muay Thai gym, Thaiholics. Nut shots, the first one of the evening that we've been able to see.
Yeah, the thing in Muay Thai, you got steel boxes, so it hurts the kick as much as it hurts the guy that got kicked in the nuts.
Fair exchange, one could say.
Yeah, Zulu needs to use his hands to set up his legs, which he's doing well. Crispin needs to do the same. He used to use his hands more, set up his legs behind it. He's just playing the kicking game at the moment. And Zulu's, I think, already getting a feel for that. You see he's counter-punching on the kick every time.
Wow, and the elbow just buzzing past Zulu's face.
Beautiful. See, now Zulu's waiting for him to come in with the aggression and trying to set up the elbows. Crispin's having a lot of fun.
Big smile on his face.
Having a lot of fun. He looks like he likes the hard grinding fights.
You know, yesterday when I gave him a bit of an interview while he was getting his blood pressure checked by the medics, he's quite a fun guy to be around. He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he looks like he's got good energy.
Yeah.
You know, you'll find that about, you know, all the guys that compete in Muay Thai. It's a very unique individual that gets into the sport. It's probably one of the toughest sports from a training perspective, from a skill set perspective. You know, you're getting hit with knees, elbows, kicks. The conditioning's hard. The type of people that do this are a very unique bunch of people. I promise you, there's no egos in the sport. There really isn't. You know, the guys that compete in Muay Thai, you'll find are probably the least ego. They're going to have the least ego you've ever seen in your life. They just love fighting. They love the competition and the spirit of it. And there's so much culture and tradition behind it as well. You know, it's about sportsmanship and just enjoying combat.
So if you don't know any fighters and you come across one, give them a chance. Give her a chance. Maybe they're going to be the best friends you'll ever make. Not necessarily the ruffians that everybody makes fighters out to be. And I think it is because they get to release that stress in the gym every day. They get to do all of that physical torture to themselves in the ring. And that's when it comes to like the streets and all that kind of thing, they shy away from it because why should they do it?
No reason. There's no purpose in fighting in the streets.
They get their kicks in the gym, and that's what they're here for. And that's what the Germans have come here for. It's a working holiday for them, and we're glad that now we can reopen our borders and have our German friends back to South Africa. Of course, they love this country, especially Cape Town. And here we have 5 who are going to be doing a little bit of war before they get to go and see all the sights that Cape Town has to offer.
Yeah, I was busy watching Zulu, just the replay now with Zulu versus Crispin. And it's a nice mix of styles. You know, Crispin's got an aggressive Muay Thai style. He likes to throw knees, throwing a very dominant kick game. Where Zulu's fighting a very technical game. He's the smaller guy. He's moving a lot, trying to avoid taking damaging kicks and punches. And he's doing it effectively at the moment. Let's hope he can keep it up. He's got that Mew style, very technical, a lot of movement. So I hope he can keep this up. He's doing well. So far, doing really well for the first round. But there's still 4 rounds to go.
What you might have noticed is the body language, of course, in the corners. Crispin Ramis standing up. Nkazimulo Zulu taking his time and using that stool.
Okay, fighters. Judges, you ready? Fighters to the center.
Round number 2, and away we go here at C.
I think you're going to see Zulu put a lot more pressure on now. Yeah.
I was about to say, you could see Zulu moving forward straight away.
Yeah, that was the game plan, was round 1 feel and then just really wear him down with pressure without taking damage. Be calculated, score.
Great counter strike there by Zulu Boy from the left-hand side.
Doing really well. Crispin needs to use his teep more like he did there. Don't allow Zulu to get into that range.
And it's a good teep. He seems to also make use of that toe like a dagger.
Yeah. Well, that's the aim of the teep. I always, when I explain it to my fighters, you're stabbing them with your toes, with the ball of your big toe. Zulu using his southpaw stance very well. Coming through, stepping off that front line, getting through with his left hand. And he's catching Crispin a lot with that. Crispin really has to throw more straight punches.
Crispin's not hard to find. He's standing in the pocket. He's willing to trade. And I think he's also trying to get in close enough because he has got a damaging elbow that he likes to bring over the top.
He's got a good technical Muay Thai game. When Zulu gets too aggressive, he throws those elbows very well. Throws the knees really well when Zulu gets aggressive. That's why, Zulu's got to be careful. He's got to be what I like to call passive aggressive. He's got to push the pace without taking damage. Very nice, well done.
TFP 3, the Continental Collision, is well underway. We're in round number 2, Zulu versus Ramis, the opening bout of the international segment of the card.
I like the way Crispin's moving forward a lot.
Again, complaints of a shot south of the border. Referee not necessarily buying it. He hasn't signaled anything just yet, although he is walking over to Zulu Boy and asking him to keep it up.
I think the problem comes a lot of the times when they kick together at the same time and there's that level change. It's not like they're standing still, so
it's not easy to manage, especially when 2 active fighters are making so much movement inside the pocket, shifting southpaw to orthodox.
That's the problem, you see. So Zulu moves to that. He plays the foot pedal to the outside, and then that left kick tends to go a little bit further than it should.
Zulu Boy just showing a very dangerous teep kick that he possesses himself.
Yeah, he's got a very, very good teep in his knee game. You'll see in round 4 and 5 the knees will start coming out.
The party tricks, as they call them.
Yeah, the game plan was to wear him down and then finish him in round 4 and 5. So let's see if that materializes the way we want it to.
Wow!
Beautiful scissor knee, beautiful. Crispin playing a bit of possum there. Very well done. Beautiful.
Crispin Ramis wore that head kick well, but now the damage is done. He is down on the floor. The corner is jumping into the ring. I'm not sure if they're allowed to do that. I'm not sure if this is allowed to be done here. The corner of the Germans has jumped into the ring. He's remonstrating with the referee. Not in the spirit of the game. I don't know what he's complaining about.
No, I think he's complaining that the ref didn't stop it early enough. I think that's what he was saying. Yeah, he has to have a count.
But the
ref is right. The ref has to stop the fight first.
The fight hasn't been waved off. Am I allowed to assume that?
Yes. Coach jumped in. It's basically throwing in the towel.
Highly unorthodox. I've never seen that before in all my years covering the sport of boxing or Muay Thai.
As a ref, and I did my referee's course in Thailand, you need to make sure that the other fighter is not still attacking. So you've got to separate them before you can stop the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes and 56 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by knockout from South Africa, Nkazimulo, Zulu boy, Zulu.
You're the night sky, trying to make me see your stars. The dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. In the dark, so that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky, hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't forget